Hello and welcome back, I'm Mike, and today we have something new! Something different and new. We have the first ever Rush Duels decks. It's 2 decks, so you can buy them individually, or in this case you can get a set, which means you get an extra little card, which if I recall is called Sevens Road Witch, which we'll get to in a second when we get through all this, but also some bonuses from buying this, which is really nice and neat. You got 2 deck boxes. There's one. You got to make them yourself. But they show off the 2 characters, Yuga and Luke. That's right, and they're 2 main cards there. Sevens Road Magician and Rush Dragon Dragiers. Now, this has come out after the launch of YuGiOh 7s, which I haven't watched it yet. I want to do like a watch along, but I don't know how to do it because I want to do it properly and legally, like if it was to be on Crunchyroll or something. But there's no official way of watching it yet, so I don't know what you guys want to do. Tell me in the comments below. But let's get to it, shall we? We've wasted enough time yammering on. Let's get inside this package. I haven't opened something new, properly new in a while. So this is like, if you guys haven't been keeping up, this is like Speed Duels here in the TCG, but different again. If that makes sense. Let's slide this on out there. So we got nice. I was hoping so. We got 2 deck things. That is the. Should we get it out? Let's get it out. Let's get out of its packaging. So this is Sevens Road Witch. Also, let's quickly go through the differences between the main cards and these cards. That's already again. It's got a curve on it. Did I just do that then? Or was that just? Oh, I don't know. So this is Sevens Road Witch in, was it Super Parallel Rare? I think it's called. Let's see, focus on it. There you go. So it's clearly quite different to, let's say, here we go. We've got Red Eyes, Darkness, Metal Dragon. None of these things are focusing. Right. It's very obvious. Whereas, like, say, Speed Duels stuff here, it looks like this. It says Speed Duels kind of embossed there and just by there. This says Rush Duel for starters right down there. Oh, you can't see my fingers. I'm pointing. There you go, Rush Duel. The dark symbol is way bigger. The name is up at the top there, but the picture is huge in comparison. I like this whole being able to use this amount of space for artwork. It's really cool. Actually, a lot of people don't like this. I do. It tells me there straight there, level 6. I don't have to go counting how many blooming stars there are. I know you said a swear word. I'm not going to say it, but it was close. I want to be advertiser friendly. So I don't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 levels. It's easy, really easy. Not a big fan of the red and blue attack and defense. I didn't mind it like this, to make it a bit too obvious. But this is the big change that's not really kind of being talked about as such. It breaks down, as we get a bit closer, it breaks down actually what you got to do. So, if I read it here, the first line, requirement. You can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. And then it tells you the effect. Special summon 1 monster, level 7 or higher dark spellcaster from your hand, and if it is Sevens Road Magician, this card gains 400 attack until the end of this turn. So it tells you what you need to do and the effect that happens from it. That is way cooler than sometimes you have to like read into the effect. So depends on the wording, man. If it says if, or if it says when, and timings and wording, so very important. Whereas here, straight up tells you it requires this to happen. Kind of dig that. It's not dealing well with the focusing of this though. But there you go. So you can only, I believe, you can only get this from. Let me just double check the website here from the starter deck set. Oh, you can also get in the upcoming deck modification packs coming up on the 11th. But yeah, and that comes in ultra rare as it's super parallel rare, so you won't be able to get this in the same thing. So that's that. These are clearly the new. Mats. Oh my god. So it's kind of like Speed Duels in the sense you've got 3 monster zones. Oh, I cannot open this. 3 monster zones, 3 spell zones. Yeah, field spell thing there. Extra deck. Graveyard and deck. But like, it tells you the process of it happens. There are so many cool and weird rules to this that I'm not going to go through it now. But if you want to make a deck about the rules for this, tell me in the comments below and I'll see what we can do. So there's 2 of those there, obviously, for the 2 different guys. I have to do an example game or something at some point. Do you guys like to see that? Let's set up something on the on the internet and I face off one of the other guys? Tell us in the comments below. Right. So let's get started into our first ever Rush Duels starter deck. Now, this is very interesting. I have not seen a starter deck like this before. This is very intriguing. This, even though it has 40 cards in it in total, only has 14 different cards. It has 3 of everything except for 7's Rogue Magician up here in Super Parallel Rare. So 7. So again, you can see it says that's the. Say it again. Requirement: you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and then the effect: this card gains 300 attack for each different attribute in the graveyard until the end of this turn. A lot of cards go to the graveyard, so that could be very interesting. I am very interested to see how this works. Now I have the decks, I can try it out. So let's get going. So first of all, we have 7's Rogue Magician in the quite fantastic looking Super Parallel Rare. I keep wanting to say Shatterfoil, but someone told me it was Dual Terminal, but I think that it was also Shatterfoil over here, so I think one and the same. But at the same time, in Japan, this is one of the Parallel Rare formats. Oh man, these look cheap in comparison now. So this is a rare. Oh, there's 2 commons and 1 rare, so this is going to be the rare, and that's going to be the commons, yeah. Man, that feels so... It's not that bad of quality, but it looks... it looks so cheap. Oh, this is really aimed at the younger kids. Really, really, isn't it? Goodness me. Right, so this is Windcaster Torna. And if you want to know all the effects of these, I'm not going to go through them one by one because it's going to be a long video otherwise. I'll put a link in the description. You can go to the Wikipedia page and see each monster and what they require and what their effects do. I will give you Windcaster Torna just in case. Give you an example. So again, the requirement: you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Lots of graveyard not recycling, but stuff going there. And then effect: change the battle position of 1 monster your opponent controls. Attack position becomes face-up defense. Defense position becomes face-up attack. Simple. So there's 3 of those. Oh, normal monsters. I did not expect to see normal. There's a lot of normal monsters in this. Goodness me. Right, so this would be, presumably, if I get the codes right, yes, this should be number-based. Answera, the Demonic Swordsman. Answera? I don't know. But there's 3 of those. Okay, so yeah, double check the number 4. So there's Hydro Magician, 3 of those. Okay, we've got something coming up soon, which is what's the woman going to say? Is it something other than just a common? So there are 2 other rare cards in this. There's not very many shinies in this, I gotta say. Let's have a look. So that's Dark Sorcerer, 3 of those. Doesn't do anything, 0 defense points. Alright, here we go. This guy does something, and he's a rare. So that is Mystic Dealer. I tell you, I may as well actually go through the effects because there's so few with actual effects. So Mystic Dealer. Requirement: you can send 1 monster, spellcaster, from your hand to the graveyard. Effect: draw a card. Okay. And again, you get 1 rare, 2 commons. And you can see all the different attributes that are coming up in this. Where are we? Number 7. Magical Beast Wolfram. 3 of those. Fire-based one. We got a wind-based one. Spell Archer. These are not high attack monsters at all, are they? Goodness me. This one's an effect one. Oh, which one are you then? Hang on. Effect monster. Number 9. Oh yeah, you are an effect monster. Look at that. Luminous Shaman. So he is. You can send this face-up card you control to the graveyard. Choose 1 face-up monster, level 4 or lower spellcaster you control. It can attack directly this turn. Okay. Alright, okay. I mean, you're not going to be doing a lot of damage with that, but... yeah. That's... right, I want to say, going back to the... I love the large artwork, but to have so little happening, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Alright. So that's Stray Familiar. Again, 3 of those. Ah, then we have spells, right, so... not according to this, or... If I skipped one? No. No, I haven't, ignore me. Wind Spirit's Blessing. Normal spell. It does Again, it has a requirement of sending one card from your hand to the graveyard. Choose one face-up monster you control. It gains 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. So that's quite useful considering how low your level these things are. 3 of those. We got Magical Stream. What do you do? Let's have a look. Magical Stream. If you control a face-up monster, spellcaster, destroy one spell/trap your opponent controls. Okay. Okay. Doesn't negate. Am I right? It just says destroy. Yeah, just destroy. So no negation here, people. Alright, so the next one will have a rare. It is a trap. Dark Liberation. Don't tell me these have requirements. Yes, it does. Okay, that's not so bad. It's like a trigger requirement. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, shuffle 4 monsters, spellcaster, from your graveyard into the deck. Effect, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Okay, right, interesting. That's your rare, and then your 2 commons. And then lastly, but by no means least, we have Curtain of Sparks. Let me quickly open that. So, requirement, when an opponent's monster declares an attack while you have a monster, spellcaster, in your graveyard, the attacking monster loses 500 attack until the end of this turn, and there are 3 of those. That is a very pink, isn't it? Is that the normal colour of traps? Can I find the trap around here? Hang on a second. Here's what I had just lying around here, Infinite Impermanence. That is definitely a very different colour pink. What is going on there? I have no clue. Anyway, that is the first one. What's that? The Yuga deck. So we're going to go on to the next one now, which is Luke's. Right, so again, we've got the Super Parallel Rare. So that is Rush Dragon Dragears. Requirement, you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. This turn, this card make a second attack during the battle phase. It destroyed a monster by battle. I mean, with 2,500, considering all the other cards are currently, it's going to probably happen a fair bit. Again, not a great deal number of effect monsters, so we will go through these one by one as we go through, because, you know, why not? So we've got Gravity Press Dragon. Let's have a look what you do, sir. Requirement, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Effect, choose one face-up monster your opponent controls, and it loses 700 attack and defense until the end of this turn. Okie dokie. 1 rare, 2 commons. On to the normal monsters, man. I wish they wouldn't do so many normal monsters. Although, pretty cool artwork. It'd look nice and like it's nice shiny. Fire Guardian, 3 of you. Then we have Dragon Knight of Darkness. 3 commons of those. Ooh, it looks like an old school one. Dragolite. Oh, our first effect one. Oh, second one actually. Twin Edge Dragon. Requirement, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Effect, this card can make a second attack this turn. Okay. No requirement on having destroyed something previously. Good, because it's already got 1,000 attack. It's so little. Dragon's Priestess. 1, 2, 3. Then Dragon Bat. There's a lot of dragons involved here. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it's a file. Phoenix Dragon. Of course it is. Of course it's a dragon. That's an effect monster, so it... Come on, show me. Requirement. You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Effect, add 1 monster, level 5 or higher dragon from your graveyard to your hand. Which will be clearly this boy here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what are you? You're going to be a dragon, I bet you. Palm-sized Drago. There we go. Alright, onto your spells. Dragonic Pressure. So the first one's a rare. Requirement, send 3 monsters, dragon, from your hand to the graveyard. Effect, destroy all monsters on the field. If a monster is destroyed by this effect, you can special summon 1 monster, level 4 lower dragon, from your graveyard to your field in face-up defense position. Man, sending 3 monsters from your hand to the graveyard, that's... Well, unless you got 3 of these. Yeah, this could be useful. Cool, okay. Rare, and then 2 coins. Next we've got Fire Dragon's Heat Flash. Requirement, if you control a face-up monster dragon, effect, destroy 1 spell trap your opponent controls. So we've got that destruction going on. 1, 2, 3. Onto our very pink traps again. We've got Dragon Encounter. Requirement, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, special summon 1 monster dragon from your hand. Wow, okay. Just straight up, just bring out... yeah. And then the last one, Counter-Offensive Dragon Strike. And counter-offensive is 1 big word. sure it's not meant to be. When a monster dragon you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster, send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and destroy 1 monster your opponent controls, and there are 3 of those. So that is the 2 new decks for the brand new game of Rush Duels out in Japanland and the OCG. It looks interesting. I need to play it. It sounds odd. Like, you can, I think it said you can normal summon a number of times as you want. You know, it doesn't have to be restricted to 1 time. It's like, I put this 1 card down. Cool, I can now tribute summon that off to put this other card out. I'm sure that's what I read. I have to read the rules properly. I won't be reading, where they gone? I won't be reading these because I can't understand them. So, you know, disadvantage there, but there will be stuff around. Thank you for joining me today. It's been fun. I am looking forward to trying these out. What do you guys think of these? Do you like the design? I know most of you probably won't do. But I know a lot of people do. So, you know, I certainly do. I like them. That's why I had to get involved with it somehow. Or it's like Speed Duels, you know. What am I talking about? I don't know anything. We do have some more videos coming up next week. We got, I think, 2 videos which have been sponsored by Magic Madhouse. Look up for stuff to do with that. I should probably mention as well Discord and also our Patreon members. If it wasn't for our Patreon members, we wouldn't be doing this today, basically. It wouldn't be happening. So thank you to you guys. Your name's down the bottom there. It's so nice to have people believing in the channel. We will be doing more tournaments as well, so if you want to be involved, they are free. Come join the Discord server and say, hey, you want to do a tournament? And someone will give you information on how to get involved. But until next video, guys, it is goodbye from me. See ya.